A few days ago, the government announced that it will accept the pay review body pay increase recommendation. Police officers, junior doctors, and teachers in England will benefit from the pay increase. But wait, how are they going to fund this? Well, by increasing the immigration fees that the same doctors, nurses, and healthcare workers pay to get into the country. These same workers that we so desperately need from abroad to help with running our NHS will have to fund their own and colleagues' pay rise. No, we can't increase the tax on the rich. We need to double tax the poor, trying to help us run the NHS. Want to know why it is a double tax? Watch till the end. But first, let us listen to what the Prime Minister has to say.
The decision has been difficult and why it has taken time to decide the right course of action. I can confirm today that we are accepting the headline recommendations of the pay review bodies in full. But we will not fund them by borrowing more or increasing your taxes. It would not be right to increase taxes on everyone to pay some people more, particularly when household budgets are so tight. Neither would it be right to pay for them by higher borrowing, because higher borrowing simply makes inflation worse. Instead, because we only have a fixed pot of money to spend from, that means government departments have had to find savings and efficiencies elsewhere in order to prioritise paying public sector workers more.
In the budgets of some key public services, and explicitly on schools, given what you've just said about schools, where is the money coming from to pay for that? Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. So, as I said in my speech, this is a significant pay award. It's one of the most significant we've had in decades, and it is costing billions of pounds more than the government had budgeted for, and that has consequences. If we're going to prioritise paying public sector workers more, that money has to come from somewhere else, because I'm not prepared to put up people's taxes, and I don't think it would be responsible or right to borrow more, because that would just make inflation worse. So what we have done are two things to find this money. The first is we're going to increase the charges that we have for migrants who are coming to this country when they apply for visas, and indeed something called the Immigration Health Surcharge, which is the levy that they pay to access the NHS. So all of those fees are going to go up, and that will raise over £1 billion. So across the board, visa application fees are going to go up significantly, and similarly for the Immigration Health Surcharge, for migrants who are coming to this country legally, they have to pay a fee to access the NHS, to contribute to NHS care. I think that's entirely right. Neither of these fees have been increased recently, and we think it's appropriate, given the costs for everything have gone up, that those fees, both for applying for visas and for accessing the NHS, go up too. That will raise over £1 billion, as I said, so it's a significant contribution to helping us pay for these pay awards. But also, we are reprioritising. So we are asking governments, departments to reprioritise to support public sector workers, and that will mean in other areas.
So there you have it. If you're a doctor or any health worker that is on a visa working in the healthcare industry, for every single year that you need a visa, you will have to pay the Immigration Health Surcharge, your regular taxes, as well as the national insurance. So you are paying a double tax in paying for the health surcharge as well as the national insurance, and these people have come into the country to help us run our health service. And how do we treat them? Double tax them for trying to help us, and these aren't millionaires, but the poor trying to help. The Immigration Health Surcharge has undergone several increases since its introduction in March 2015. Initially set at £200 per application, it doubled to £400 in December 2018 and further rose to £624 for adults in December 2020. The fee will now stand at £10,035 per person per year. This represents a substantial 66% surge in the fee. And this doesn't include the visa fee, which is also increasing based on the type of visa you applied for. So imagine you're a doctor with a wife and 2 kids applying for a 2-year visa to extend your stay in the country. This could all amount to over £10,000. The immigration department is now a money-making machine for the government and is no longer a department for managing immigration. Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.